Yeah, there's definitely like a gay section. I think if you go further,
where?
If
Rockaway?
you go south along the beach, like if you walked past the concession stand and like went further down that way, apparently it gets like super gay.
Super gay.
Dude, that
I think you can go topless and bottomless too, right?
maybe.
Really?
In Rockaway? Yeah, there's like a nude. I think it's the whole beach. I think you can just be nude now.
I know it's never who you are. You'd have to go so much. I'd put the time in, but you have to go so much to like
Feel comfortable?
catch nudity, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever go to
I've never
nudity
seen a
before?
pecker on sand.
Have you ever seen tits?
Yeah.
I went to, me and Jeff Ross, when I was doing JFL Australia, it was Sydney, and we went to Bondi Beach, which is like, it's a topless, I guess, like topless beach. Or like, not even topless, like you just can be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So everybody's not. But the people who were, it wasn't like
Hotties.
grandma tits and shit. No, that's what I usually think it's going to be. And I heard it usually is on those things.
Like a nudist colony,
like
kind of
gross,
weird.
like swinger bodies.
Yeah.
But which, by the way,
I'm in.
I'll go look at that also. But I'm
100%.
saying more that I wouldn't. If I was naked on it, like I'm not going to add to like. I know I'm not raising the bar if I drop down. So I'm like, but I still don't want to go look at it as much. But it's for the novelty, I would.
Yeah.
But when we were on Bondi Beach, there was this was the normalization of it was crazy. That's what I thought. It was like it would be like insanely beautiful girls with their tits out, sunbathing, whatever, talking, and next to them, unrelated to them, it wasn't like a brother or something. It was like 13-year-old boys like digging sand and throwing a football or whatever. Yeah, like they didn't give a shit.
Really?
Because
See,
it's just like it's just
fear.
not that big of a deal. I'm sure they still have like the. Oh, nice. Look, maybe that's even why they're posted up there, but they're not making it. Like at 13, you couldn't have stopped me. I
Oh, my
think
God.
That would help a lot, though.
I'd be shoveling with my boner. I'd be so hard.
Oh,
I'd have to lay down
how
on my
much
stomach.
nudity meant to me as a kid. I used to go when I was little. I've told this before, but like the locker rooms at the Jewish Community Center. That was like the Y in town, and the locker rooms. The women's locker room were separated by where there's like a steam room and sauna and stuff. So we'd go, mostly me, but I would get friends sometimes. I'd tell them, this is what you do is you can go crack the door of the women's locker room and look at those big Jewy bushes. and then,
pan down. I want bush.
And then I think like one or two times when it happened, I was able to tell them, I go, if someone goes, excuse me, what are you doing? You go, like, I'm sorry, like I'm looking for my mom. Can you see if Terry's in there? Fuck out of there. Because then they go like, oh, I'm sorry, you're looking for your mom. Like, yeah, I'm so sorry, I'm looking for my mom. You're like, haul ass out of there.
Dude, I'm afraid. I'm glad this didn't catch on. But if you remember, like a few years ago, they were trying to normalize nudity, where women were just walking around. There was like a whole parade of chicks with their tits out.
Free the nipple, yeah.
And these poor kids probably just got normalized by going to this titty beach.
But that would help. If I went to that beach and it was all just super hot people naked, I can't be there.
No,
I can't.
I mean, I could.
It's
eventually.
like that Vegas pool energy. I can't.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
But aren't you supposed to? That's what I'm saying. Like the anger always seems to come with the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like why can't we breastfeed in public? Like do it. But I'm gonna look at your tit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like, do I think you should walk around naked in the streets of New York? Like, no.
Yeah.
But let me know where you're going to be. I think it's a terrible
You're just
idea.
bird dogging with some fucking binoculars in the bar. What are you doing, pal? I'm just looking for a blue jay.
I've never met someone in person that is actually enraged by someone breastfeeding in public.
No.
I've never.
Me either.
Who gives a shit?
There's like a fake.
I think I've never had any
outrage.
reaction other than like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, you wait another guy to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get it. I wouldn't get pissed if my wife was just whipping out titty bombs.
Yeah.
We interviewed Bam Margera, and he was pretty whacked out.
Baby?
Yeah.
A couple years ago, me and Ron Bennington interviewed him at Philly, that first Philly Comic Con that was a bust.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I remember that.
It was a bust.
Was that like 11th and Cherry? Where they?
It was right near the convention center.
Oh, convention center, yeah.
It was bad. But we interviewed Bam Margera, and we had like a very small audience in this place. And Bam Margera's hot wife at the time was just had her big tit out, just fucking breastfeeding and walking up and down the aisles of it was such a weird fucking interview. Because of a dark place.
Was he fucked up at that point?
Oh yeah. His eyes were bolts.
How's he's still alive, right?
Yeah, and you never know if he's like okay or not okay. It seems like probably still not okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. Brendan Sagalow had a crazy story about like getting to interview him. He was telling me, you got to ask him about that. You see, it's crazy. Like at the height of his like fucked up
Sagalow
on drugs and shit. Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
He just for his podcast because he was just like, oh no, he got him at. He was doing West Side Comedy Theater or Club, whatever it's called, club over here. Whatever it is. Over
is that where he like didn't show up or something and then flipped out on the...
He came and then he went nuts and started like hitting people. And,
what?
But like his own friends, like, like the people that he can like punch and then they just take punches for him. It's like Snoop Dogg has a joint roller and Bam Margera has guys who he has strong chinned men who can take his... He wants to throw a hissy fit punches. He really like... What a horrific personality that guy ended up having. And he was the coolest one to everybody.
Yeah.
When he was younger, like I was the one everyone was like, damn, dude, that guy looks like he just has fun. And then you're like, no, he's actually just rotten to his parents. It's the age perspective on everything. I used to think Jim Morrison, like I was such a Doors, still am a Doors fan, but I thought I dug his thing.
Yeah. And
even like when I was young and hear those stories, like it's like, yeah, he didn't show up for a show in Amsterdam because he got high with Jefferson Airplane and didn't show up for the gig, so the keyboard player had to play the songs. You're like, damn, dude, he's so rock and roll. And then as a professional performer, especially, you're like, you show up.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
Fucking asshole. Like, what are you doing? It's like, people paid money for that gig. They're bummed it's the fucking keyboard player doing it.
Nobody wants to see the keyboarder. That's a guy you hit in the face.
Yeah, I feel like all of that stuff is kind of gone away. Like destroying a hotel room. People
Philly wouldn't have taken that.
Yeah.
Philly, I didn't understand. Dude, Philly's so brutal because sometimes you will see a once in a lifetime thing if a band's like, fuck that. One time I went to Ozfest and it was Judas Priest, Black Sabbath were the headlines.
Yeah.
And Ozzy didn't show up. He was sick. But they announced, when they came out to announce it, they go, Ozzy Osbourne unfortunately couldn't make it. He sent this letter or whatever along. And Bill Ward read it and it was like, I'm sorry, I can't make it. But my good friend Rob Halford, lead singer of Judas Priest, has agreed to come out and front Black Sabbath tonight. And do all the songs you love and blah, blah, blah. And also, and Rob Halford, when he says that, he goes, it's Rob Halford's birthday also. And he started music because he loved blacks. You know what I mean? It's like there's all these things come into place.
It's awesome.
Philly just went. I mean, I'm telling you, there's hundreds of people left. From 25,000, hundreds stayed to watch. They're like, fuck this. And Rob Halford could have been more gracious. He's like, oh, it's my birthday. Yeah. What a treat to play with the greatest metal band of all time. Like, fuck you. But Philly, my favorite. Do you have favorite Philly like things you saw like at the stadiums? Like,
oh yeah,
I have so many. Like, as far as just like, I love it. Like Philly stuff. The two for me were just the idea, because it's happened so many times. Like how much they boo when Frisbee Dog like misses, but then the turn when he makes one, they go fucking nuts,
dude.
That I went to a Monday night game once with they said, like, you know, stay around for the halftime show. Hometown Heroes, Hall & Oates are gonna play, and they went out and started playing like we were losing to, I think, at halftime, and like they came out and started a new ballad.
Oh, dude, you gotta play classics.
It was crazy, and the place starts raining down booze.
Yeah.
And in mid-song,
the sweetest couple of all time.
In mid-song, it's a ballad. In the mid-song, he stops and he turns around to everybody, and he's like pointing to people, and he goes, she'll only come out at night. Yes. I mean, the immediate turn makes me laugh so hard. I like we hate you until we. That's what it's literally what Ben Simmons couldn't get. I'm like, dude, you're diving for a ball away from being everyone's favorite. Like, what are you such a dummy? It's like starting a new
bit on stage. You know it's bombing, and you just like slide into a classic.
Dude, I went to that. It was a Flyers Capitals playoff game. It was like I think it was game 3, and it was the first game right after Snyder died.
Okay.
So they gave out all these like wristbands. It was like the first time they'd ever done these flashing wristbands and put like beautiful like honoring him before the game, and they had this whole light show that was like connected to your wrist.
Coldplay
basically.
just did that,
dude. It was amazing. And like,
I saw Coldplay,
dude. 50 seconds into the game, Flyers score. It was like place was going absolutely nuts. Capitals proceed to come back and absolutely beat the shit out of us. Dude. So in the third period, they score like a power play goal to go up like 6-1 or something like that.
To start throwing them.
From the upper deck.
Rain.
Thousands of
Electric
bracelets just start coming down, right? So they spend like 10 minutes like cleaning them up, and the voice of God in who's always like the calmest guy ever. He's like Claude Giroux goal, he's like you can't do that again, Philly. Like you do that again, we're gonna get a penalty. Right, immediately, Capitals score again. It's another.
That's like, as a fan, barrage. You're like, I hope they score.
Dude, another barrage of bracelets down from the other upper deck. They get a bench minor. This guy who's been nothing but calm all season. He's like the nicest guy in the world. He's like,
listen up,
all right, Philly, you did it. We got a penalty. He starts slipping out. More bracelets start coming down. It was insane. They never did those bracelets again.
You know what? I think
2 years.
Philadelphia might have the highest concentration of people that are aware of what your one night in jail limit is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because everyone who started doing it at that point was just like, I'll sleep it off in the joint.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be home tomorrow.
Also, you're not
honestly, like, they're just like, I've been arrested for the night before a bunch. Like, everyone just kind of gets it. I love that.
Yeah, being there with my friends, it'll be fine.
Yeah. No, they can't arrest us all. You know what I mean? You're not throwing a Molotov cocktail. So like, I'm going to have fun. This is like, it's just like an extra boost for the ticket.
It is weird, dude. I don't know if it makes me a not good enough Philadelphia because I'm so passionate about the team. Like
me too.
The ones that I love too. Like the Sixers, Eagles are like, I die hard on both. And like, I couldn't see any slight of the actual, like something they would do. If someone like grabbed me by my fucking face and pushed me and was like, Eagles suck. Yeah. Like, doesn't really matter what he said. Do you know what I mean? That's the weird thing. But I couldn't see getting into a physical thing.
Like,
how many rings you got? How many rings you got? Get into like a real thing. Like, I'm like, what's wrong with it? Dude? Especially when I think may have told you guys this before, but going with Bargatze because he got a hookup.
Yeah.
To go to the after party at Chicky and Pete's with the Eagles when they got knocked out of the playoffs against the Giants. It was mathematically over.
That's a funeral. You can't go to...
And we went Chicky and Pete's, and I'm telling you, the people who would give a shit, which I believe were Brian Westbrook, Dawkins, and McNabb, the three of them weren't at the party.
Yeah.
Maybe some other people too, but those were the three I recognized weren't there. Javon Curse, all these other people, dude, they were out talking to chicks and drinking and eating and having a good old time. And I was like...
I don't even do that.
Why would some guy go home and fuck? Exactly. I'm like, some guy goes home in this city and cracks his wife in the face 100%. For some fake reason over that game. And you guys are really just like, we're millionaires. Dude, I remember earlier this year.
You also remember that they're like 20 something.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Kids,
I remember like losing games in high school sports. And for like the first 20 minutes of the bus ride, just devastated. And then someone would fart or something. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, it doesn't matter if you've lost the state championship. You just like, by the time you get home, everyone's fucking around.
It's like, life goes on, man.
That's actually the saddest part about Philly sports is like the level of passion it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like it fucks me up for quite some time when we lose our game, let alone a playoff game.
Oh,
like
man.
my ex-girlfriend you always be like on Sundays, like if they lose, she used to literally console me. It's so sad. Like I was in the locker room. She would like softly walk in the living room and be like, I'm sorry, baby. Are you okay?
You start rubbing your belly.
How sad that is, dude?
Yeah. It's like embarrassing because you want to go, it's like, I'm fine. It's just like, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. Give me 5 days. I'll be fine.
I sent everybody away once. I think it was when we lost to it was the Cardinals to go to the Dawkins, I think, last game as an Eagle. He cried in the press conference saying he thought this was the year. And I remember, and I think Soder and a couple other people, maybe Nate, and people were all at my house. And they were like, hey, like, what do you want to do now? I'm like, or we were all supposed to maybe go into the city for spots. And I was like, guys, just go.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here.
Go without me.
Just go.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you going to do? And I go, I'm going to watch this fucking Kevin Kolb speech. This everything that sucks about this right now. I have to go torture myself with.
Dude, just watch the game again.
When the Bucks beat us in the conference championship, it was right before the conference championship, I think in like 2003 maybe. The procession out of that stadium was, I still will never forget it. Like literally no one made a sound. All you heard was like fucking Air Force One shuffling down the steps.
Was that the year that Ja Rule performed wearing the Tampa colors in the audience
I don't
for the
remember.
halftime show?
I don't remember.
That may have been a Falcons one too.
What a fucking idiot. But anyway, yeah, that was like, I went to last year I went to a playoff game, but like I try and avoid the real big ones because it's just,
dude, when they
complete
lost the
fucking
Super Bowl in
I wish
04, 05.
Yeah,
Oh
05.
yeah.
I think it was 05.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, West Philly everything was getting destroyed.
Yeah.
I remember with my friends just finding like any Mercedes that had that, just ripping that fucking, just destroying people's
You gotta
cars.
fuck
I
the
had so
rich.
much.
Yeah.
I had so much
Ripping
like felt
license
terrible
plates.
for that when especially when someone had the Jaguar or the
Yeah, the-
Mercedes one, and you'd be like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you fucked someone's day pretty bad."
Yeah,
Did you guys ever go to Wing Bowl?
of course.
No,
I
I never
only did
went.
it twice.
I never
Oh my
went, but I mean,
God.
I've heard stellar things.
Yeah, dude. It's
I like also
was-
as like I was making a joke. One of my family's claims to South Jersey Philly fame is I think El Wingador was at a barbecue once. I think El Wingador is wanted on like major trafficking things too. Like, I think he's in major trouble. Yeah, El
Really?
Wingador. Yeah,
Of what,
got,
drugs?
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe trafficking drugs or something.
I mean,
whatever
how
it
could
is.
you not? I mean,
You're
dude,
a Wingador.
Wing Bowl. Yeah, it's also Wing Bowl is just one big drug trafficking event.
Yeah,
It
true.
must be.
It literally was like, I remember
It's like
that.
the last place where girls like show their tits on the big screen.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Rob Zombie concert and Wing Bowl.
God, they were disgusting women too.
Oh.
It was just
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know,
so
it was a
some of them were
circus.
hot.
It was a circus. It was they're
Some
also
Somebody
of them-
named
some of them
Ruth
were
with too
really
many
hot.
freckles on her chest.
yeah, God, the oblong tits, one fucking nipple's pointing down and not this way because it's a bad job.
I know,
like,
but
One eye's wacky. It's like so lazy. It's taking unemployment.
I don't know, but you're so shit faced and have like a nitrous hangover by the time it starts.
It starts at 5.
Yeah.
So we would just stay up.
Yeah, you get there at midnight,
Yeah,
find drugs,
yeah.
drink
Get
all
whacked
the
in
way-
the fucking parking lot.
You know, it's so funny as wacky as like New York is, like the way it's like set up. Nothing I still find was more bizarre when I'd go to visit my family in South Philly when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because we were in West Philly and it was, we lived in an apartment. It wasn't anything like that. It was just something about it. It was like you live above this. It's like a
Nail
soft
salon?
pretzel place or something.
Yeah,
Like, what is
yeah.
it? You know what I mean? Like it was so like
Dude, this is the only place in the city that
like
has
families
changed.
living in those. That's what I almost found weird. It wasn't like art students and like,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
trying to like do something like, in the creative space or something. It's like, it was like your family, your grandma lived up 2 floors up. She
It
had
hasn't
the
changed
higher
a
stairs walk
bit.
somehow.
It hasn't changed at all. It's
I
the
know.
same. That and the hardcore Northeast are the only two places that there's no change at all. There's no like younger white students coming in. It's just all old
Yeah.
Italians and young fucking Guidettes.
Well, West Philly, I got to watch go, like, it was so funny to watch, like, even the part I was at, like, kind of become like a completely black neighborhood.
Yeah.
And now
Oh,
watching
yeah.
it become like that area, Overbrook Park, like it's like white college kids will move
Yeah.
there because St. Joe's is close.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Drexel.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's funny to watch it come back around.
Yeah, dude. West Philly's like really nice now.
Yeah, parts of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
My campus, our year, the campus was complete garbage.
Yeah.
Now they have like restaurants. down
Past
the street.
Spring Garden was
Yeah. There was 2 bars.
not cool.
And you got robbed.
Yeah.
That was it.
South Street seems pretty dicey these days.
I know.
I went over there to look at the TLA once not long ago and be like, take like my girlfriend on like the old, and I did comedy over there. And, and I'm like, ew, but it was over there, right where that black biker gang is.
Is Laugh House open?
Ishkabibbles.
Yeah, dude.
Laugh House
Ishkabibbles.
isn't open, right? They didn't reopen that?
No.
Weren't they
it's
going to try
done.
to? I thought that was like a...
Well, maybe the guy may have tried to do something somewhere else and
Stole
call
money.
it something.
Yeah, he was a real piece of shit, I heard, huh?
Which one?
The owner?
There was so many. The one, D. Lee was the guy when I started,
Yeah.
who was one of the owners.
That's
And
the
he
guy
worked-
whose wife died, right? Who's the
No,
old
no.
black guy?
Rod.
That Rod.
Mr. Rod.
Yeah.
I like when you're dealing with older black people, you all become children. You all become black children. You have to call you Mr. Miss Mona and Mr. Rod. That was their names. I'm not a grown man calling you Mr. First Name. It sounds like a porn name.
This is
Mr.
our first.
Larry.
This is our first Sobercast.
It is, yeah.
That's my first. I'm taking a week off
He's
of
trying to
drinking
go a
this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Hasn't done that since he was 17.
No, younger than that. Probably 14 or 15. It had to be high school. Sophomore year of high school.
But were you going a week without drinking?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because we'd always drink Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just like you did in college.
Yeah.
We started that early in high school. Or at least Friday, Saturday.
I'm almost like the younger ones. I'm almost thinking like in recent times, you haven't just had a week like circumstantially that you couldn't or something.
That you're like in the woods or something.
At least like 3-4 beers.
You know, where's a better place to drink in the woods, though? To be honest.
That's true. So it's Monday to Monday. This is
Yeah.
What do you have this weekend?
nothing really intense.
You're in town,
that's worse.
but you're in town. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was something.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the difference for me because
know.
like when I'm on the road, like my girlfriend doesn't drink at all either. So like
Yeah.
I'll have like a few drinks if I'm doing shows in town.
Yeah.
Or Legion of Skanks or something like that. But like when I'm on the road, if I'm gonna have like get like pretty tipsy, it would be like only on the road. So if I'm home, is more I probably wouldn't drink.
It's easy having a partner that that keeps you balanced and level headed.
Yeah.
Because you go to get your like 5th beer and she's like, again?
Yeah. I don't I also don't like home drink at all, really. Like a lot, you know what I mean?
House?
Like if I was like,
you don't have anything in the house?
No, I have some stuff for people if they come over. So I have like tequila. I have stuff.
Yeah.
And but just for my own thing, there's been some nights where I'm like in the house by myself, Christine's doing something with friends or something. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll but the way I drink is just like I want to get to that feeling and then just nurse that. So I don't go like I'm gonna crush like 12 beers
until I can't see the TV.
I go like, I'm gonna do 3 shots of tequila right away.
Whoa.
Just back to back. That's how I drink on the weekends, even when I go on the road.
Really?
And then I just like
why don't you just get a whiskey or something on the rocks?
Because I'm such a lady that the smell of whiskey makes me retch. And I tried it young, completely warm, and
Naive.
just tasting every bit of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like the taste, no, but like that's just, it's like the same thing I would do if I got like black licorice taste in my mouth. I'm like, it's like Jaeger now. Okay, but any alcohol I do, like if you see me do a shot with no chaser of like at least a White Claw type thing or a beer, but probably soda or something. If I don't do a chaser, it's because in the moment it would have looked weird to do it, or it's not there, and you're gonna see me fighting something back for sure. If I even get a sip of the most chilled tequila, I could do it, but then
there'll be a moment.
If there's no chaser when people are talking, I'm
you
like,
just turn around.
Because I'm like, it's not for you to hold back a puke. It's just like, I hate this taste. But I would do the same thing if coffee got in my mouth. I don't like coffee either. Yeah,
dude, I used to drink pints of Sambuca White. It was just a licorice.
Yes, the black
for like 3 years straight in my 20s. That's what I ordered at like a Polish American club.
What the fuck?
I'd pull up and I'd be like, dude, by the pint glass. It's an after dinner drink.
Is it like a port wine?
What? It's a fuck. And then when you put it with ice, it just becomes cloudy and like cum texture. So I'm just smoking pints of licorice cum, and how much sugar.
Do you have the double diamond earrings at this point?
Dude, I do have a double piercing. Pint glasses in a VFW. If I saw that now, I'd be like, yo, you gotta.
How much alcohol is it? I mean, it's like
it's a lot. It's
like a beer.
I think it's like 45%. Alcohol.
Jesus.
It's not as hard as the others, but it's still up there. It's over 40. I know that. It is a liqueur, but I think it's high. Look it up for me. Sambuca White.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, not just one, dude. I would get like 3-4 pints in a night.
Gin.
So
I'm looking
that smelled great. Burns everything out too.
What is that? Is it licorice-y?
Yeah, it's just black licorice.
Yeah, that's what I think it was, like a ouzo taste like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What else? That's
There's
sort
one
of
more.
what I think Jaeger.
That's Greek though, right?
Jaeger tastes like that pretty much.
That's the only one I don't like out of every liquor.
Somebody made Jaeger go down a little easier for me by describing it as flat root beer, and I'm like, sort of. I can get that in my head.
That helps.
I'll say if I can get that in my head for sure. But and the only time in my life I've ever blacked out was on Fireball, because they were like, "Oh, I bet you'd like this whiskey."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "That's whiskey," and it was just like, it's like just reaching in for candy. I'm like, "This is whiskey." Like, shut up. That tastes like gum.
Yeah.
This is whiskey. Same alcohol as whiskey. Shut up. And then everything was fine. Then I stood up at the end of the podcast and I was like, "Hey."
Yeah.
And then
I think that's only
on
30.
a cruise ship.
That's 30%, I think.
Yeah, we did like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
God
it kept
damn.
going. So I was like, I don't even feel anything.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't drink that because I can't. If I have alcohol
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
system, I can't take on red dye.
Really?
Yeah, my skin turns bright red.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm saying what?
If I have like red dye and alcohol at the same time,
So
my
wait,
skin will go like fire red. It's crazy.
What's the red dye in?
There's just something about my body. I can't break down red dyes with alcohol in my system.
Where's the red dye coming from?
In Fireball?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who did that chemistry for you?
My mom. Because
Really?
we were in New Orleans. My brother was like graduating from law school. And like we just started chugging hurricanes. And she was like, "What the fuck's happening to you?" And I was like, "I don't
Tomato red. What do you mean?
That fat girl in
Yeah.
fucking Willy Wonka.
I was just like, "No, sometimes this happens." I mean, I don't know. And then she was like, "No, that's crazy," and looked it up.
Yeah, I'm allergic to something in hot dogs and potato chips. My mom figured that out because I was like, I can only eat one hot dog, or I get from my fucking head. I get like a severe headache. And then if I have a certain amount of chips, just plain chips, I get the same headache. And it's the only 2 ingredients I eat. And I told my mother, she's like, "Oh, you're allergic to," and she said the exact thing.
Probably a lean.
Looked it up. Sure
Yeah.
enough, GEP, right on the money.
Allergic to
What is
chips and
both in
hot
hot
dogs?
dogs
I
and
don't know.
potato
I gotta
chips?
ask her. I'll text her when I get done.
Nitrates?
Yeah, it's a certain nitrate.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a very specific one though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
so I
don't
can
think
only have one dick. If I have 2 dicks, I get a fucking knot in my head.
So that's a classic hot dog. You could probably have like an all beef hot dog or something.
Maybe nowadays it's come along, you know, because the quality is heightened.
For someone like going to sports so much, I'm surprised you don't.
I don't eat dicks at sport events. I don't actually eat until afterwards.
we got a hot dog at the Yankee game.
Yeah, we did. I ate 1 dick at the Yankee game.
That's enough. And that's enough. But now you know your limit. The next one you're allergic to.
You only do 1 dick.
I'm allergic to 2 dicks.
Yeah, but I like to, you know, I can't have a boiled dick. I gotta slice it down the middle. I gotta char grill it. I have a very specific process.
I'm with you too.
Cheese,
Yeah.
grill the bun,
Yeah.
spicy mustard.
I'm not a big fan of the boiled dog.
Yeah,
They don't give a shit.
it's the water. Yeah. The water will seep into the fucking wallpaper, ruin the whole house.
You're not wrong.
That water
disgusting,
is
dude.
so fucking gross.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Smells like a beefy girl running on the block. You know what I mean?
That was my uncle who did drugs in Philly. He had a house that was like definitely like wallpaper. The kitchen wallpaper wore everything that they ever tried to make.
Yeah.
Which I think mostly was drugs.
Yeah.
But I think they cooked cigarettes and drugs mostly by what the wallpaper
You ever
said.
smell crack?
I don't think so, but I heard
smells
it's very
like
distinct.
shit.
Yeah.
It's a very strange scent.
Really? Even just like the...
It's delicious. But
yeah. Once you hit it once, you don't
acquired.
smell
It's like
it anymore.
scotch. Yeah.
No, some kid we lived in when I lived on Temple's campus when I went to Drexel. I lived with a baseball team, but the soccer team threw fucking bangers, dude. They had a trash can that was just piss. And
that's
they were
the
like,
positive. Dude, these guys party.
They fucking dude, I'm not kidding. I've never seen anything like it. Temple shouts, Temple soccer kids. If you guys watch this, it stayed with me forever. They had a giant industrial trash cans for recycling food, and then they had one in the corner that was just to the brim piss. They'd all just stand on this little fucking thing and piss in a trash can.
Did they have a little step stool?
Yeah,
so
they had like a thing to step on. I don't know why. It
There's
didn't
a
make
lady
any
squat
sense.
in an
over.
industrial
Lady
trash
squat
can.
over a trash can. Do not fall in.
We're hanging
It's a
out late night. It's
platform.
probably like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And the door opens and this fucking guy, this young kid played soccer, just walks in with this old black dude. Like out of nowhere. Doesn't say a word. They walk through the room, goes down the basement. And we're all like, the fuck was that? So then all of a sudden he's like, peek down the door, just fucking smoking crack with this dude. And then he just skedaddled. And I was like, what the fuck? That dude's nuts.
Yeah.
He's doing crack.
You gotta get him out of
He got
here.
practice in like 2 days, dude.
Oh, dude, functional crack addict is a weird one to see.
And starting in college is like, I've never seen anything like that.
That's why. Yeah, it's funny now at like almost 45 years old. Like, I'd try crack.
100%.
Now I would try it.
You would?
It's funny on the SDR show. We always talk about like like trying and drugs. Me and him just aren't really. I'm not a big drug person. You know, I smoke pot, so I mean, I am a big pot person, I'd say. But like,
now, you would
I've
try
tried
crack?
coke twice ever. I didn't really give a shit about it. Like any pills I've taken, I've then not taken for years and don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If they come up again, I'll be like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
I don't have
I remember
much of a
talking
problem
to
with it.
talking to you at Ari's.
Yeah, saying how DMT didn't work on me and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Too. It
yeah.
was weird.
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
crazy.
weird. But like,
is DMT like weed where you got to do it twice?
No. God, no.
No, this is supposed to take you into a different planet for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it did it to everybody else who did the same stuff I had that night. And again, but everyone says like, take like Lexapro and shit like that probably like blocked it.
Oh, wow.
Is what it probably is. Even though it says online it doesn't block it, it must have.
It fucking blocks it.
It must have, yeah, because none of that stuff really like gets me. Like, yeah, but I've never been like on mushrooms where I'm like,
yeah,
you know, I've always been like kind of just stoned on it.
I just had my
But
first
I would
bad
try
trip.
crack to, see what all the hubbub's about.
Really?
I think I could definitely do crack and never do crack again.
I do
I'm
it with you,
certain
but
of
then
it.
I'd probably start fucking you. The level of horniness I get on cocaine, I can't imagine what crack is. I'll probably just start jerking off
It's
immediately.
concentrated horny.
There used to be this video me and my buddy found. I find some weird shit, but it was this dude, this big black guy, fucking jacked. He's probably like 6'4". I know this because it's not like he was holding a quarter or a sneaker up. He walks into the mall, and he walks directly in between the two escalators going up and down, takes out this fucking absolute rope dick, and just starts jerking off this way. Like it was like, he was like, it was like bending
It's like a periscope.
it was like taking a right turn.
Like his arm couldn't reach the end.
Right, and that's why he came back around this way. It's like a belt loop.
Checking our corners for danger. It's like Call of Duty.
And then would smoke crack and then just walk back in and then he had something in his pocket where like he would just be tooting some drugs and just beating off. He got off in public.
He came.
Yeah. Yeah, this
God.
slow dribble horse came out of his bird.
Do you think he woke up the next day and was like, "What the fuck
I don't think
was
so,
that?"
man.
Or do you think he just
I
like,
did what?
Yeah,
again?
I think that's his thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
We
Jerk
saw
off
a
in
guy
between escalators.
in Montreal last week. Me and Josh Edemeyers saw a guy who chose to go. There's clear window displays in the lobby of this hotel that are like almost like Macy's windows. You know what I mean? Like not that they're dressed up like that, but they're just like they put like something in there, a sign or something about the hotel or whatever. And there was a guy, he get in the display, which isn't hard to do. You just got to walk to it. But he's in the display, shirtless, tweaking out from drugs, and then fingering his own asshole.
oh my god,
Aggressive. And me and Josh had an ice cream, and I smoked a cigarette, and
Just watched him.
we sat on a stool on a bench that was like that was a show for us.
yeah.
It was like show, and there were the peep shows. Like,
Was he beating off
was he-
too, or just
No,
just
he
ass?
was really just
was he
cramming
this
ass.
way or was he?
No, he had his pants below. He just had it like pulled down a little bit, and he was just like pounding
Oh
in there.
my god!
You think it was
Well,
sexual? or-
science will tell you that the male G spot.
I understand
is
this. Did we talk about this yet on here?
I don't know, but I had a period there where I had a really itchy asshole, and the way I would scratch it, dude, the
Oh my
faces I was
God.
making
Oh
were
my God.
insane.
Oh my god!
Dude, arching my back, just ecstasy.
Oh, scratching an asshole itch?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the best.
Dude,
Oh,
in bed in the morning, just going to town.
oh my god! That's
Yeah.
just bacteria. That lack of cleanliness.
Well, whatever it is.
we got a fucking bidet. Fire it out.
I do, dude. On the bidet too. I'm like, dude,
Tell me.
I let that
Say
run.
what
I
you were
let
gonna
that
say.
thing. I let that thing run for 5-6
You want to
minutes.
get tongued? You want to get tongued? You do.
I don't know.
You little piglet.
No, because I don't. The idea of someone sticking their tongue in my asshole is disgusting.
I've done
to
it.
me.
No, don't
I've
you
had
say
it done.
that.
It's dude, it's
Don't
pretty
you say
great.
crazy shit like that.
You get your asshole eaten quite a bit?
No, not quite a bit. That's a job for a girlfriend for sure.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Anything with your asshole, it can't be, something else has to be involved. You need an ambidextrous person because you can't just get a
On all
finger
fours?
up your asshole. You can't just get a tongue up your asshole.
Yeah.
There has to be an HJ going on at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, that
You
I
gotta be
got
catching.
once.
You got to be catching if it's finger up your butt, you gotta have some mouth on your bird.
Yep.
If it's a tongue on your butt, you need a hand on your. It's got to be something else happening. You can't just be a guy having his butthole worked over.
All right, well then I won't tell that story.
That happened to me.
So what you got to do once in a while to find out if it's your thing. You know what I mean? How you gonna know if you
I
don't
would
find
say the concentration is elevated when you're not touching your wang.
What?
What?
On the butt. No, that was I was hooking up with a girl once, and she was like,
want me to hit your asshole?
yeah, you want me to stick my finger in your ass and jerk you off? I was like, I mean, I guess. And she was like, you've never had that done? I was like, no. She's like, oh, lay down. Yeah.
You did answer correctly, though. It's great if you go, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, finally. Thanks for taking the hint.
Another weirdo.
You kept showing that you can like lift your knees real high. Like, so this is nice artwork. Do you get this? Do you make this yourself?
Dude. And then like, I was like, whatever for the whole thing. And then, but as soon as I came, it was like fucking...
She wasn't working the right spot, dude.
Yeah.
She wasn't come hithering your fucking prosty.
Our bartender, Bobby, gay Bobby, his husband, I was talking to at the bar, and he was, I don't know how it came up. Somehow, prostate.
Oh, name's Gay Bobby.
No, his husband.
It's
Gay Bobby's husband. This is Gay Bobby's gay husband.
Ask the question.
Yeah. I think you delicately led him down the path to the conversation.
No, we were talking about something,
have.
and I was like, yeah, it's a shame. Oh, no, I think we talked about a tweet that went viral. And the guy's tweet was, how's my day going? What's my problem? My prostate is in my ass. And that was and that resonated with me so much. Our magical button is all the way in my ass. And these guys, I said it to him, I was like, these must be wonderful.
Yeah.
You guys are always knocking around the button.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, there's a way you can do this. There's a prong that has like it looks like the bait that we use to fish for tuna.
Prong's not a good word, though.
I hear you. But this thing, he showed it to me. So it looks like imagine like a fake mini dildo, right? Like it has like a little hoop and then it goes skinny.
Yeah.
And on the outskirts, it has a hook. So it doesn't like a guard you throw on the top of a castle to get up. That's locked outside, so it can't disappear in your buns.
That's smart engineering.
Yes. It's just,
I bet that was the third remake too.
Yeah, the poor guys had to do the first.
How many X-rays they have of hookless tubes up guys' asses? Like, damn it!
just the engineer being like, "How was it? Did you like it?" It's like, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
there's one.
Yeah.
It's
I got
still
one
in
more idea. You screwed in a plant hook from Home Depot.
Anyway, so this thing touches your. It's like the perfect length, and it just prods at the prostate. It just flickers the way it's designed for simple movement. So if you're having sex, that simple thrust will then
make it move.
Yeah. So you can pop this little popsicle in there and you can do your own.
I have a lot of insecurity. I do feel like that would stop me from ever trying that. Is that I have to like
get caught?
I don't want to get caught or tell her.
Yeah.
Getting caught's worse. For sure.
Yeah.
Get a go. You flip over, you go on your belly, you go, that was amazing. She goes, what's that?
Yeah.
I hope you open an umbrella's out. Oh, you found my umbrella. I was looking for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a relationship, you should be, if we're accepting of them having all their toys and gadgets, you should be self-conscious enough to go, I want to throw this thing in my bun. Give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think my chick would give a shit.
No, she definitely would. There's no way.
She'd be like, fucking go for it. But I don't know. It's something about my thing. It's like how I'd feel I was reading to her that I have a butt plug in.
This is what I said to Gay Bobby's gay husband. Mm-hmm. And he said, you need to come to grips with your do a little self-reflection on why that's a problem to you.
I think there's a thing with it. It's like
because it's the same thing if she asked me to wear rabbit ears during it. Does that make sense? I mean, it's not so much the feeling of it. If there was like something, again, like her blowing me and putting a finger up my ass and touching my prostate, it doesn't strike me the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's cool because it's all about you.
It's the only time you have to try to look some sort of cool or sexy.
Yes.
It's such a goofy action as it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something that it feels like it's a judgment about how sexy she is if you need a thing in your butt. You know?
Oh, also, yeah, that can make a
You're
girl be
like,
like, oh, I guess you need to be fucked in
just-
the ass to find me attractive.
But what if everything starts getting
Like
better?
if she wanted you to wear the like rabbit ears or whatever, you'd be like, what about me looking like this
Yeah.
is helping?
Right.
And I can't get past that.
No, I'd accept
mentally.
rabbit hour. Rabbit ears wouldn't bother me if she told me to like dress like her ex-boyfriend. Or like if I had to put like a blonde wig on and wear like cop glasses and then find out fucking her ex is the same dude, I'd be like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Give me the bunny
Can you beat
ears.
my ex?
I don't know. I think I'd get into it. I think if she wanted me to, I would try it.
I'm trying
Rabbit
to
ears?
think of the weirdest.
Question you've been asked?
Yeah, or just like me and Christine hooked up with a girl one time who we just didn't know. So cute, this chick. And then she was tiny, real small girl. And then she just started doing like does mommy want daddy to do that?
No,
So I just doing
no.
it. And me and Christine are having like a lot of like the like eye contact of like, this isn't really our deal. And I just remember like the last straw before we just kind of wrapped everything up was the girl was like, does mommy want baby to put daddy's pee in her mouth?
Oh, no.
And she just keeps going and
Cut.
Christine's definitely doing like she's like, what? She's like,
Yeah.
that's baby. I remember starting my head sideways and being like, mommy, please tell baby to
Just shut the fuck up.
Like, please, we got to get this moving. This is insane. This is
slow
nuts.
frustration. Mommy, please just do what she says.
It's like we all just wrap it up. Yeah, he goes, you want to hear her bitching all night?
Yeah.
You want baby to bitch all night? Tell mommy to suck baby's pee-pee. Let's go. Do that or throw her out by her hair. But this has to end now. I can't do this anymore. It's silly.
Oh, fuck. I've never had to do a character before.
No.
I've never done any role play stuff.
The only role play stuff I was asked to do was this girl from Penn. She asked me for a rape fantasy. And I was like, what level here are we talking? You know what I mean? Like, because that can flip quick.
She's like jammed up in court for 6 months.
100%. She like literally, she was like,
Is she going to press charges afterwards?
no, but
Okay,
that level of like, I want you to physically hold me, and so that I have a hard time fighting back. And I was like, okay.
She's like, now I'll let you know. I am a trained fighter, and I'm really going to kick
I'm going to headbutt you to start.
It's not about a rape fantasy. It's about her seeing if she could beat up a guy.
Dude, that always, I don't know. That kind of stuff is always so tough because it's like you're caught between being like, I want to fulfill the fantasy,
Right.
but I don't know really how to rape somebody.
Yes.
It's like,
And also, that's not
something about
What if
saying
you're great at it?
Yeah, I know.
You go, oh, my calling
what's the only
card.
way I can come now, and I got to fucking rape everybody.
Yeah.
You take off her pinky nail. You go, this is the trophy I take.
No, but there's also something emasculating about like having to ask that question. It's like, how do I rape you? Can you tell me?
God.
Do I just come in and jaw your ass?
Yeah, I mean, we actually tried for a second where I was like, it's just like, you know that scene in like movies where it's like as soon as a hotel door opens and you just rip each other's clothes off and it's like a little choking or a little fucking.
Yeah.
We tried to do that where like we first walked in and then it was like immediate like aggression, but then she was like, she was like, no. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even pretend where you're going with this because she has to fight back emotionally. Like saying no. What kind of savage would continue that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you have no choice. and I don't mean it, so I'm like kind of choking through my teeth. Yeah. Well, you're going to have to. She's fully in character, and I'm just fighting it going, take this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll kill your family, bitch.
Yeah. Where's the money? Give me the jewelry.
If you call for help, they die too.
God damn.
Yeah, any kind of role play to me, just like, but I even like I had a girl one time. think it was like Grand Rapids, Michigan or something. She was such a funny story because she came back with me. Like I was there for 2 nights. First night she came back to my room and like she won. I'm just not very aggressive because I'm just, listen, I think worried they're going to say no. So she was like, we fucked quick because she was winging it. And very early into it, she was like, choke me. So I like, you know, a little like grip on her neck, but I never squeeze at all. I've never even been asked that before. She was like, hit me. And I was like,
been there.
She's like, hit me. And I gave her like the, you know, like a little tap like that. She goes,
harder.
No, like seriously, fucking hit me.
In
and
the face?
I was like, yeah. And I was like, no. And she was like close. And I was like,
oh my
but
God.
while fucking, I was like, I think I'm not that dude.
Yeah.
You're still pumping, but you're like, sorry. It's like, but that's just not my
There's
deal.
no way that's gonna happen.
But we ended up finishing fucking around. And the next day she came to work and had to be sent home because she was like whacked out on drugs and like she fell over and her purse opened up and it was just like a pharmacy worth pills, you know, things fall on the ground. And then she's like crying, trying to get them all back up because how much they mean to her, those pills. And she's puking. And then what's funny is the green room at this place called Dr. Grins. The green room, it was, you know, it was the hall to the showroom, the green room, office. And because they were waiting for her to like, you know, see if they have to take her to the hospital or anything, they just put her in the office. So she's just in an office chair, like with her tongue out, like puke on her shirt and everything. And I'm in the green room waiting to go on the show. And I'm like, so I guess me and her aren't going to fuck again. Last night she said she wanted to fuck again, but, you know, I'm not going to hold her to it. It's like, you know what? She'll call if she wants to fuck.
Maybe she can get cleaned up in the next 15 minutes.
That was wild.
I've had one of those where it's like hit me harder. And I'm like, I'm not going any harder than that.
Yeah.
Never close fist though.
I would
It's
never
always slap.
I would never. But even like, I don't know. It's just
Choke
like,
me, spit on me.
Well,
I don't not get it.
Chill.
I don't not get it at all, but it's just like, it's all for them at that point then too. So I'm like, just so you know, like slapping you or choking you while I'm fucking you, like, is no interest to me at all.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't just do it.
That's
like,
a group that should have their own. Like you can't,
Unless
I can't
there's
provide
a
for
technique
you.
where it's like, you know, like I throw a punch and you like go like this, just pretending. You know what I mean? Like I'm like whap.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were saying. If it was like a technique, like I could put her out, but not like damage anything. You know what I mean? Right
like
on the button. It's right here on the button. They call it the button in professional.
No, I feel like isn't that the thing where there is a way of hitting without doing any damage? There's like some technique.
Then that's not real for her. She wants the pain. You don't want to give her the pain. That's the problem. You got to be on the same fucking side. I can't provide for you for what you need because it makes me sick.
Yeah, like go fuck some guy who hangs by his back skin somewhere.
I'm sure they have fucking.
Dude,
I'm sure they have online forums for dudes that like beating chicks while he comes. Figure that the fuck out.
You know what it is? I think there's also something though. I think they're happy to have it be somebody who's
probably.
like, well, I would never hurt you. So they like, what you do, like they're almost like, even if you hurt me, it's like by accident or because I asked like too much of it. But you're like, yeah, I don't want to make that mistake though either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
true.
You know, if a girl said hit you and he goes, not like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's what I'm always afraid the next thing's gonna happen. You're like, it's like, no, it's like choke me. You're like, no, you're killing me. Like, what? You said so. I'm like, I'd rather just not dick around with that at all.
Yeah, maybe he's there. That's probably it. There's another layer of
I'd rather have a finger up my ass. That's funny. He goes, hit me. He goes, how about I put this? There's this prong you could put in your butt now.
Yeah, dude.
Would you mind if I grab it real quick?
Also, it's on Amazon. You don't have to go to like some fucking weird website.
It can't be called a prostate prong.
Probably.
He goes, I bet if you look that up, it shows up.
They got
it might be called that,
yeah.
but I bet that shows up if you Google those words.
Do you have to like turn off the safe search on Amazon?
No, but it does. When it says like recently purchased or like recently viewed, it does have like a click to see. It's like fuzzed out.
Oh, okay.
Because if you were like to bring up Amazon's homepage and your viewer thing was just on a table, and it's just fucking 3 anal plugs in different sizes, which I purchased before.
Even having them blurred out though shows someone you're like, ooh, he's got a rubber ass coming.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. I didn't know Amazon like fucks with all that stuff, but yeah, like the whole page was like,
so you can get like flashlight and all those things on Amazon.
Yeah, everything. And there's like anal prongs with like fucking rainbow horse tails and shit. They got all the goods, man. All the goods for the parade.
I haven't fucked a flashlight or any kind of a toy like that ever, simply because I know unless you put a bunch of lube in, what my fear is what will happen is it's all so dry that it's going to like hurt.
Yeah.
And then if you put tons of lube in it to fuck it, then I'm also like, I don't know if I'm going to, do you know what I mean? So then I'm more just like, lube's going to get my dick hole. Like, because I feel like the whole thing's pulling so much. They're so like weirdly tight.
Yeah.
And like, they have no like organic movement to them at all. So it's like, I've put fingers, I've punched through one with a fist.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I felt inside them, but I've never put my dick up to one. By the way, I would try it. I'm just like, it never strikes me when I want to jerk off that I'm like, I want to put my dick in a machine.
It's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Chris used to fuck one and leave it in the shower.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. He goes, it's true. That is good. You can just, you rinse it right out of the thing, hold it up. You hold it so it really jams water through it.
So
change the setting so it's like the power wash.
The blaster. There we go.
You gotta get out of the way.
Was it a certain person's fleshlight?
Yeah, it was Asa Akira, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like,
what does that matter?
It doesn't. It doesn't because it's all.
It's sideways.
Yeah, it sleeps upside down.
He fucked it the wrong direction.
No,
she's hot.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
She's like a porn star back. It's just probably the early 2000s more.
Somebody was yelling at me the other day, like, I don't know any of the porn stars.
But then you knew everybody.
Oh, no, I know people from like the 90s.
So do I. I know all of them.
Yeah. Do you remember Jean Van Damme? The guy with two fake dicks? Or two dicks?
Yes.
Working dicks?
I do. And then there was the other two guys, the big fake black dicks that were like
Mo Bigsley was a big
Mo Bigsley. I do. Devin Weed. I remember all of the black guys from the 90s too. All of them. Mr. Marcus.
What? Mr. Marcus.
Mandingo was there. Mr. Marcus. Lexington Steele.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Lexington was great. He was later. He was like late 90s, early 2000s, right?
No, he was like all through the 90s.
Was he?
Pretty much. Yeah. He was a screamer.
Yeah, dude.
I know all those porns. But now, like, you know, it's like I know when we meet them, when they do SDR show, the show I did with Ralph, they like then I'll know who like they are sometimes, or we have sometimes the older ones that I know, which is really cool.
Yeah,
we have like Heather Hunter and stuff like that. She was like the 80s.
Yeah,
but we were like I get a bunch of them, but yeah, the new ones. There's just so much. Like, I don't even know how you become a star today. There's like some people call themselves porn stars and they're on just OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what the thing is. I also like watching the most amateur of amateur porn.
Yeah, me too.
Like really like home video shit even is the best because they're, it's funny, the guy, Ray DeVito's comic opening for me this weekend and thinking he has a joke about, he's like, what's cuckold porn? I don't get it. He's like, it's and he described it. I'd go on stage after him and be like, it's the best. It's because of some lady with it's definitely a woman you could pull.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a realistic in that. It's like mom bodies sometimes.
Yeah.
Just very regular looking chicks. And
I come across those in hotel. Yeah.
And their husband's just filming 3-4 black dudes coming to pound their wife.
Yeah.
And it rules.
Yeah. And you can tell it's real. Like when you do come across one where it's
there's the dates on the bottom, like it's a birthday party.
Oh man, I gotta read this fucking ad.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a Manscaped thing.
Real quick. You guys can keep talking. We got 6 minutes.
I don't know. I like that. I like the cuckold stuff is good to a point. I don't like when they start making the dude like eat the cum out of her pussy and shit.
I made sure to make a note of that too when I said that to the crowd. I was like, also, it does get to a point where the guys comes to eat the cum. I check out there.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not there. I'm at that place.
Is fucking
but I also
horrific.
said if I put the place like in the thing though, I go, I'd much rather I could see the sexy in seeing your girlfriend get gangbanged. As bizarre as that is, I see that. I definitely can't put myself in the place of like a guy sitting in a corner watching me fuck his wife. I can't be the other guy. I can't perform it. I can watch it.
Yeah.
But that's like the voyeuristic thing.
We talked about this on this pod
that
before.
happened to me once in Boston.
What, a guy watched you fuck his chick?
Yeah. Well, I made him go in the bathroom because I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, it was like 3 a.m. I'd been drinking all night. It was like after a show, and this girl was messaging me, and I was like, come to my hotel. She was like, no, you come to mine. And I went over there. She was like right next to me. I went over to her room. I get like in the elevator to go up with her. And she's like, by the way, I have like a friend with me. And I was like, all right, sick. That's good.
Nice. Yeah. More the merrier. You're not even processing
right outside,
guy.
Yeah, right outside the door. She was like, it's a guy. And I was like, oh. all right. And we went in there and like they like made me a drink. And I was just like sitting there talking to this guy. They had both come to the show and they were like saying nice things about the show. And then he was like, I'm going to go get some juice. I was like, all right. He left. And then I was like, what is this? What's happening here? I was like, I thought you were
he's going to go grab his juice.
Yeah, there was a camera. There was like a phone they had like propped in the windowsill. And I was like, what is that? And she was like, oh, I don't know. So she took that down. And then I was
she goes, son of a bitch, it's a goddamn phone.
What's he doing over there?
Yeah. Filming this? Let me go talk to my friend.
Dude, yeah. So
I'm going to be back. I'm going to get some juice too.
He left and then I was like, what are we doing? And then she just turned the lights out and like came over and started blowing me. And I was like, all right, this is cool. And then he came back into the room. And like she's just blowing me on the bed.
I got guava, pineapple. Any preferences?
And I was literally laying there with my hands over my face because I was like, this is some grainy like night vision footage of me getting a blowjob right here. I'm just gonna do this. And then he walked around the bed and was like standing over me, and I was like, "Hey man, you gotta
have a lovely
get
penis,
the
sir.
fuck out of here."
Yeah,
you have a very lovely penis.
I was like, dude, can you get out of here? Can you please leave? And he walked over to this like couch and sat down, and I was like, dude, I can't do this. I can't. Can you go in the bathroom? And he was like, I'll do whatever
Shauna wants.
Yeah,
Are you
Shauna
safe,
tells me
Shauna?
to do. And I was like, Shauna,
can you
tell
keep
him
the
to go?
juice, Shauna?
Can you please
She
tell
goes,
him
Brian,
to
go shit.
Yeah. Does daddy want mommy to leave?
BB worth it.
Can I suck his pee-pee in the bathroom?
Oh, yeah. And then she blew me and I like ran home.
Yeah.
Did
she go to the show the next night?
No. I've never seen her again. Probably.
One time when I opened for a tell at Mohegan Sun, a couple afterwards was like, it was so funny too. It was this like big, heavy set lady with like her like it's like that odd like thin in shape like white trashy kind of hillbilly kid. And afterwards like yeah she wants to hook up with you or something. And he came back and like I think he fucked her while she blew me, and I just that was getting one of those situations where you're just like, this isn't my jam.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna let her finish.
Yeah, that's like the
right.
Trailer Park 10, but it's not because anyone's a 10. It's just one guy's super skinny and the other chick's real fucking big.
Oh, that's the whole thing with Cops. The show Cops is always that.
100%.
It's like he hits me. It's like you could probably take that guy's hits.
Yeah.
It's like he's that guy's punching up.
Yeah.
You got
For
any
sure.
road dates you want to plug or anything you want to plug?
Just bigjcomedy.com. I'm all over the place. And then always for here, I'd like to say I'm always doing Thanksgiving weekend. They have me doing Helium now in Philly.
Oh, sick.
I did it last year. I'm doing it this year again. So it'll be Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday night, and then Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, there's not going to be a show. If it says it on the website, that's a mistake because, but it should be fixed by now because that night, Sunday night 8:20 game, Green Bay.
Yep.
At Philly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to that game
Oh,
for
hell
sure.
yeah. I'm
So
actually going to that game too.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll come by to see the shows
Let's
as
fucking
well.
rage.
Yeah. I get access to like some VIP shit too. We can go pregame and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And that's how me and Christine are going to bring my mom to that game, I think.
Hell yeah.
Fun.
All right. This is brought to you by Manscaped.
Yeah.
If you go to, you get 20% off and free shipping with the code StuffIsland at manscaped.com. 20% off free shopping with the code StuffIsland. Also, I got to talk about the products real quick.
Yeah.
All right, unless you guys want to talk about it.
Do you shave it up?
I do.
Are
I
you
do indeed.
Regularly trimming?
I'm a groomer.
Yeah.
I regularly trim. Yeah. But
When it comes to pubes.
I go 3-4 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah, 3.
No, probably once a week I get them cleaned up again.
Wow.
I like them bald.
Oh, see, nah.
Yeah,
I'm
me
right in
too.
the middle guy. Just a little fade out, a nice bouffant.
It's too
Nothing
much
big.
work. It's too much work.
He goes, give me a 2 and 2 a 3 on top and put a little bat symbol in it.
Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has got it all. The Lawnmower 4.0 body trim. We've never done this. Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer feature proprietary advanced skincare technology to protect your delicate parts and holes. Both are waterproof so you can do it in the shower. Manscaped threw in some free gifts from this Performance Package 4.0. It's Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. The kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. 20% off, free shipping, stuff island code on manscaped.com.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Dude,
that,
that
man.
travel bag is pretty sick.
The travel
I'm not
bag's
gonna lie.
great.
They say you guys the pack.
Oh, we got it
Yeah.
all. The nose trimmer's
nice.
sick.
Is it?
They got a
Yeah.
face. They got two trimmers. I use the trimmer for my face rather than my nuts because I did find the clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You got a guard.
Yeah. At first, I didn't know it didn't have clips.
So you can
I
do your
I
beard
can
with
do
it.
my my Barjot. So we're back, baby. Jay, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
You gonna stick around for the page for a little bit?
Yeah. I can do like 20 more minutes with you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
All right,
Hang out, yeah.
And then while Burke's in, Berkey boy, you can finish it off. We'll be right back.